Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dimitri Johnson, and you're listening to MMALatestNews.com.
It's time to roll, baby.
Yes, everybody. Sorry, I thought I was just about to get the comments on so I could see what's going on with everyone. This is Brendan. You might have seen him before. About 6 fucking months ago.
Listen, I've been in Thailand that long. I only wear Thai football shirts now.
That's fair play. You're going to have to remember. You see, you forgot already, don't you? You need to speak.
Got everything. I even had to ask for your postcode.
Yeah. You totally forgot. Have you even got a British passport anymore?
Well, you know, I'm trying to get a Thai one, so hopefully I can put the British one off, to be honest.
It's probably not a bad move.
It's a lot better, to be honest, mate.
I don't even know where do we begin?
Well, we've got about, 7 months to catch up on.
Go on then.
You know what? It's been a great 7 months. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, cheers, mate.
I've sent you a few videos just to show you what was going on, but I've had a great time, to be honest. Loads of great training, and yeah, I mean...
Oh, you did some training out there?
A little bit,
all right.
on the side. Yeah, Thailand's the best place in the world, mate. I was extremely happy. Trained at the best gym in the world, in my opinion.
Tiger?
Yeah, by far the best gym I've ever trained at. Just due to the actual levels of people that are in there right now. And probably went 8-0 on Fight Island. 8 fighters, 8 wins on Fight Island.
It's not a bad record.
Do you know what I mean? And, you know, got another belt, 2 belts. So, yeah, it's been extremely positive. It's been a great 6 months. And I know that over here it's been mental after speaking to you. We didn't even experience anything you guys went through, to be honest.
I think early on you was like, got to wear a mask outside. And then that was it, wasn't it?
No, listen, they did a
curfew
between 11 and 3 a.m. and I was like, okay, who actually goes out at that time anyway? So that was basically the whole of lockdown in Thailand. So it was a great time. Yeah. So tell me about yours. And by the way, I really like this new backdrop.
I got grounded by the government for 3 months.
Oh, how was that?
We took all our gear home. Obviously, we did one podcast, didn't we, out in my kitchen. It was weird. This year, when you look back on this year, you're going to be like, so there was Christmas and then there was autumn. Because, like, almost nothing's happened.
Mate, I lost my job. I'm on a dole now. I'm cleaning the spring roll.
Are you even allowed to do that when you've got a fucking contract like that?
Mate. Oh, God, it's been stressful, honestly. Especially now watching everyone get back to work. Even yourself, we're back here. The world's normal again. What are we doing? Why?
Well, it is normal, but I've got to wear a mask when I go in a shop. I mean, but that's it, innit? I mean, football's back. We're playing this weekend. United have been playing for a few weeks now. Obviously, elite football's been playing, but grassroots football's coming back. Gym's open this week. Yeah. So got in there Monday, got in there yesterday. Feel weak as piss.
Well, we were just having a discussion off air. I said, how's training going? He said, well, the gym's only just open. Is that an excuse?
Well, it's the one you're getting.
It's not an excuse to me. When the gym closed in Thailand, which it did for about a month or 2, my training went up.
All right. You've got a gym in your house. There's a
not
difference.
Really. It wasn't really a gym, mate. We made. Did you not see what I did with the pads, taping them to the wall?
Yeah, I thought.
If he misses, imagine you missed.
The tape's gonna go and he's gonna fucking volley the wall or something like that.
One of my mates missed, and it didn't end up too good for him. You have to be elite level striking to be able to catch a pad that big every time at full pace. Bang!
I've seen you back in Moss Side as well.
Yeah.
You do look sharp.
Yeah, no, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm training hard.
You look like you put some timber on as well.
I have. All I've been doing.
You want to put middleweight now?
No, before I left to go to Thailand, the discussion was with my coach. We had 3 decisions, the last 3. Listen, put some size on, put some strength on. I want you to be...
finishing.
Yeah, I want you to just put some horsepower behind your shots. And that's all I've been doing. And basically, I just ran with it. I just ended up doing it.
Get your questions in. Obviously, there's hopefully quite a few questions, seeing as though he's just fucked off for 6 months. Floating Man says, thought he was doing PFL.
So did I, mate, to be honest. I mean, yeah, PFL now...
Lance been released, or he's asked to be released, hasn't he?
There's been a lot online with Lance. Lance's dad is a bit of a character. I've met him in New York. He's a mad guy, and they're saying he's come out with racist tweets. I've not seen him. Yeah, have you not seen it? What's going on? So they're saying that his dad has actually come out with some racism and some racist tweets. But also on the flip side, Lance has said he's not happy with sitting on the bench for 18 months. And I could relate to what he said there.
Well, totally.
Because I was like, this was my year. I'm supposed to have 5 fights, be a world champion, be a millionaire. Mate, there was all types of plans going on. And listen, I know that COVID's fucked everybody up. It has. But, all right, we're back to normal now.
Ish.
Well, every other
Fights are
promotion,
going on.
every other promotion in the world, ONE FC, Brave, Bellator, everyone's back. So watching all this now and then getting told I'm not going to fight till June next year.
Well, what is that? Go on, give the people what PFL have actually said is happening.
PFL have said they will resume their show spring or summer 2021, yeah?
Fuck.
And, mate, I'm 30 years old. I'm trying to fight as much
You do look it as well.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've got a lot of miles on the clock as well. It's time to get paid, you know what I mean? And like
Summer 2021?
Yeah, it's mental.
Right, so there's a release in that contract, surely?
This is where we're at now, so I don't know how much I can say on here, really. But
Okay.
No, listen.
In my opinion,
I don't want to get released. I don't want to get released. I just want to fight. This is the discussion I've been having online.
Is there a break that allows you to go fight elsewhere and resume your contract at another time?
This is what we're at.
Because that would make sense.
I don't think it's unfair of me to say I want to fight after signing up purely for the purpose of activity, nothing else.
When was the last one? November, December?
December, no, New Year's Eve. So I've not fought this year.
New Year's Eve.
And we're in what, August? Nearly in
August on Saturday.
Come on, mate. This is my job. It's my full-time job. This is what I do. And I signed up there to have 5 fights. Okay, everybody got put on the bench for 3-4 months. But now we're resuming again. And I know it's not just me on the roster that's feeling this. But let me reiterate, I love PFL. It's the best promotion I've ever fought for. I love fighting for him more than anything. And all I want to do is get back to work, mate. I want to fight. Mate,
that's... Even just a regular case scenario, that's 10 months away if it's their regular season to resume.
What do I do, mate?
Okay,
how much does the dole pay now?
Fuck knows.
So yeah, I'm in that position now where hopefully, you know, I've got a feeling that they are good people. I know the owner. I know people high up in there, and they're great.
What's the reason for waiting another 10 months then?
Because don't forget, they only run their seasons from June to December. So they've kind of thought like, oh, we've missed the boat on June.
So just sack it till next year.
Yeah, I know. Now that doesn't make... I know. They always do the final on New Year's Eve, don't they, in New York? So
you could knock it for a few
We're going to have to, mate, by the looks of it.
They could knock it back to September and have a March Madness for the final. That'd be
Couldn't
sick.
Couldn't they?
That'd be quite.
I agree. So this is where I'm at, Stephen.
Sort it out.
And not just that, mate. Listen to this. I flew to Thailand in January. End of January. No, listen, I was training my ass off.
2 weeks you was going for, weren't you?
Eh?
2 weeks you was going for.
2 weeks. Well, that's always the way with me. You know me, mate. Do you know last month I spent 11 months out of 12 away?
Fuck.
That's mental, I know. So this month I've only been here 3 weeks.
He wonders why we haven't got many episodes on this podcast.
No. So anyway, what was I saying then? Anyway, I was supposed to fight May 21st, Atlantic City. That was the plan. And then I got all the way up till 3 weeks before it, mate. I was an animal. I was ready. When I say I was ready, I was ready. I'd immersed myself in it for 3 months. I was ready. I had top sparring partners. Everything was going great. And then, boom, pulled the plug.
Right, we've got another question here from Gavin. How would a PFL fighter be in the UFC? What's the difference in quality, and are the contracts vastly different? Leave the contract side for now. But I've said for a while, I think you're a top 10 in the world at your weight. And who was we talking about? I don't want to name names. But there was someone you was training with over in California who I think is ranked 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think you've got the better of that?
I mean, listen, PFL, UFC, Bellator, right? They're the top 3 in the world, in my opinion. And you put a PFL champion against you put Lance Palmer against Alex Volkanovski tomorrow. Probably could beat him. Maybe not. It'd be a good fight. You put Rory McDonald against... Yeah, so, listen, we're talking about margins. These champions could all fight each other tomorrow. Douglas Lima could beat anyone in the world.
UFC might be 1, 2, 3. UFC could also be 3, 4, and 5. But PFL could be 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Bellator could be 1, 3, and 4.
So we're talking about fractions in the levels of ability in each promotion. But UFC have just absolutely smashed it with the marketing. They've run away with it. They've monopolised the market. And they've done amazing. Dana's done a fantastic job, mate. He has, especially putting on this island where nobody else could do anything.
Yeah, I see my ass with it a little bit. Because, do you know what? I thought I was taking it a bit more serious, like the virus, the whole everything.
Yeah.
Early doors, at least. And I saw my ass with... Do you know what? Actually, here's what I saw my ass with. Khabib and Tony. Not happening.
Oh, God. It's so subjective.
So, yeah, totally. I've been so pumped for that fight. And the fact that he was just like, nah, he's injured, so let's just move on. No. Or you let Tony fucking fight. And I was scared of this because styles make fights. Tony, for me, still the guy that could beat Khabib.
You don't think Gaethje can?
No. Gaethje's getting ragdolled like, I don't know, every other fucking person that's
not been took down though.
Okay, let's talk about that after the fight.
He's not been took down, mate, and he bangs.
Okay, but there's your Division 1 fucking All-American style in wrestling, and then there's the Dagestani drag.
Yeah.
It's a different.
No, I feel you. But listen, mate, what were he supposed to do when Khabib was out? What were he supposed to do? They had to put someone in. Tony was ready to fight.
He was only out because he couldn't fly, wasn't it?
But Tony wanted to fight.
Well, they shouldn't have let him. You want to fight all the time. You'd fight and go into another fucking fight, but someone needs to be the bigger man and go, actually, we've got a plan for you. Shut the fuck up. And someone, and it wasn't Dana, and I've got an issue with Dana on this, because someone wasn't thinking of the best interest of Tony to do that. And Tony's manager should have also said, no, we've got Khabib. Because you beat Khabib, you're the biggest star in MMA now. Maybe. Or at least in the conversation for it.
Yeah.
So no, let's not waste our fucking time.
But it was a great fight.
So what?
Tony and Gaethje was a
There's the opportunity, isn't
great
there?
fight.
There's the opportunity.
And now we might get a better fight with Gaethje and Khabib.
Okay, let's say it comes this way round, and you go, Steve, I've just booked in PFL featherweight title, and I go buzzing.
Yep.
And you go, but what I'm going to do beforehand is I'm going to go ride bulls on Friday night before it. I'm going to go, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
man.
it makes sense what you're saying. I totally agree with what you're saying, but he's a businessman, and he's seen pay-per-views in Gaethje and Tony, which they did do. And now we've set up for an even better fight, in my opinion, in Gaethje and Khabib.
No, I want to see Khabib and Tony. And that fundamentally made me see my ass with the whole Fight Island, everything.
I feel sorry for Tony, mate. Oh, God.
I do. I blame his manager.
I
blame his manager because fighters want to fight, right? And fighters have to be protected from themselves.
I agree. You got a very valid point. You have because that Khabib and Tony fight was the biggest fight.
Right. All right. Let's rephrase it. So, if you say to me, Steve, I've been offered a fucking fight and it's for the UFC title. Now, I know that is the pinnacle. You know that's the pinnacle, and you know that's you writing checks forever on the back of that if you win it. But you go, I'm just going to have a little tune-up fight with a guy that's like a horrible style for you. I'm going to grab you both by both fucking ears and say, Brendan, listen to me.
Yeah.
UFC.
Valid
UFC.
point.
And you got to fucking listen.
Valid point, but that's why he's a fighter, mate.
Yeah, and that's why someone needs to fucking look after him.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. But it was a fantastic fight, though.
But I sat there fuming.
I know.
And then especially when it comes in and he's lost and you're like,
Bro, I've seen people online saying, just retire, Tony. I'm thinking, the guy's got 10 years unbeaten. And people are online because he took one loss saying, retire.
See, that's the boxing.
Do you want to know how fickle MMA is, mate?
That's it.
He's gone from Tony's the man, he's the man to do the job too. Just retire, mate.
Yeah, just retire.
It's over.
It's a joke.
Horrible sport we're in, mate.
But you've seen it with Conor. Conor could lose 5 fights in a row. He's still fucking selling out everywhere and doing the record pay-per-view on his next fight. No matter what weight, no matter anything. And people will still talk shit. The guy gets disrespected because there's a couple of valid reasons. Like, he's never defended any of his titles, and I think that would have added to his legacy if he'd have done that. And he could have done that, but instead he bobbed around and fucking
I'd have
did
done
what
the
he
same.
did. But he's made a fucking billion selling whiskey, so who gives a fuck?
Listen, you tell right. Okay, listen to this. I'm featherweight champion of the world right now. Right. Next thing they go, do you want to fight for the lightweight title or do you want to fight number 2 in your division? I go, I'll fight for the lightweight title. And then they go,
I get it.
Would you like to fight for the other? Yes, I do.
From a legacy point of view, the better thing would have been to cement and move. But legacy, you're right.
Who knows that fact? What you've just said? Nobody.
No, you're right.
Nobody knows that fact.
When someone dangles a 2-time world champion, yeah, you're taking that.
What do you think of Henry going for free?
I don't like Henry.
Featherweight?
I don't like Henry.
What reason?
I don't know. Just can't take
it. No one can really. It's just, he's had to go to a really weird marketing ploy on it. That's really weird. Really doesn't suit him.
And also, I like Dom. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Dom Cruz.
Yeah, and just fuck Henry, basically. What's Dom doing?
Dom, he's in a good place. He's training. He's back healthy. And as a fighter, that's all you want to be, man. You just want to be healthy. You end up going mental, mate, when you're not healthy. So he's healthy. He's in a good place. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the future with fighting or anything like that. But
best analyst in the game.
He's a very, very smart man. And whatever decision he makes, it'll be very calculated.
Is he invested into stuff outside of fighting? So he's chilling?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's chilling forever.
Thoughts on Till versus Silva potentially happening?
What, Anderson Silva?
I'm assuming. That can't be real. I don't know.
Next question.
Gaethje beats Khabib, I reckon, says Andy. I think he gets fucking Khabibed. That wasn't the real Tony in there with a double weight cut. That's a point.
Go on.
Cutting weight twice in a week.
Good point. This is a very, very good point. I've been speaking to a lot of fighters like this, and I was like, what do you think of this?
Respect. You're fucking crazy, though.
All right, listen. I'm 78 kilo now, yeah? Fighting at 66, yeah? You're telling me I'm going to do a weight cut just to prove everybody else that I'm going to make... All right, I'm just going to make weight for a buzz.
Mentality,
right?
Amazing.
It's not a buzz.
Brains, not really there.
And then I'm fighting again in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You don't recover from them weight cuts for 3 weeks, I'm telling you. You have to fight, then you have the damage from the fight, then you have the damage from the weight cut, and then you just sat there parts up for at least 2 to 3 weeks, mate. I'm not joking. Especially, he's a big fella. And he did it just for a buzz.
I mean,
in his living room.
The mentality on that is wild, isn't it?
But it definitely affected him.
Yeah.
You could see it in the fight.
So this is it. This is ill-advised. Not well advised.
Yeah, but he's not well in the head.
No, and that's why he needs someone.
He's not well.
Maybe 3 or 4 people who are bigger than him to fucking tell him, you ain't doing that.
Yeah, he's poorly though, isn't he?
I mean,
he's never been a full-on, has he?
No.
He turns up with golf fucking balls and
you've seen
gym gloves with a suit on.
The way he fucking trains. You've seen him training in jeans. You know, if I said to you, I've got a fucking video here of a fighter training in jeans, guess who it is?
There's something really painful about watching someone training in jeans. I'm uncomfortable watching it.
I don't care how stretchy they are.
I know.
Like, just stop.
Nah, but the Americans like their baggy ones as well.
These were skin tight as well, weren't they? They weren't thinking. Off his fucking rock. Ant says, Brendan is easily better than half the UFC roster at his weight. I'd go further than that. His record's insane. The other promotions need to do a better job at promoting their fighters and their product. That's always been the case. The thing is, the UFC has almost become fixturized. That 48 weeks out of 52, there's a UFC fight.
Yeah.
So
3 times a week
you just know
in a pandemic.
Oh yeah, they're fucking crazy, aren't they? So you just know to tune in.
Do you know what? I was so happy.
You have to find when PFL's on or Bellator's on.
Because when I was in Thailand, and they've got so many UFC fighters in that gym, and watching them guys, some of whom have not fought for a long time, some who've been injured and that, and even Jan getting the title shot, I was sparring with him, I was sparring with them guys, and they were getting fights, and I was happy for them. Because a lot of the gym wasn't. And when they're saying, they're going to put on fight, I was buzzing for him. Do you know, as a fighter, you see some of these guys and then, they need the money, they need the competition, and they were getting it. And, don't know, for me, I was happy for him. Even though I wasn't getting them. I was selfless, I was thinking, buzzing. So I was in there, all their camps, helping them for theirs. Another guy I want to tell you about is a mad story. So, in 2016, Fabio Pinca fought Liam Harrison, right? Now, I went to watch Liam Harrison, didn't know who this Fabio Pinca was, and went to watch it.
Where was that?
Is that Bolton at Yokow?
I'm going to say I recognise that name.
And Liam Harrison was just unbeatable at the time, animal. And then this guy's come out with a comb over. His coach had sunglasses on, looked like a GQ model. Comes out and just, mate, technically outpoints Finger just effortlessly.
And Liam Harrison is unbelievable.
Savage. Right, so listen.
Is it Bad Company that he trains?
Yeah, that's right. Savage gym, by the way. So I've DM'd this guy on Instagram like a proper fanboy. This Fabio was like, I've never seen a performance like it, mate. It was just evading every shot, real smooth, sweeping, just beautiful.
Where's he from?
It's from Lyon in France.
All right.
So I sent him a DM, which I've never done. Proper fanboy. Where do you train, mate? Can I come train me? He said, yeah, come to Lyon, mate. Never happened. That was 2016. Just before Christmas in Tiger, mate, turned around, he just stood there. After I sent that DM 4 years later, yeah. I'm like, wow. 4 years later, I've come on him, and he's like, yeah, I'm just starting MMA. I said, I'm having my first MMA fight and 1 championship. So then we just linked up immediately. I was like, right, I'll help you with wrestling.
I was going to say, what's his takedowns like?
Great. He's having his first fight this weekend. Shout out to Fabio Pinca. And that was me and him for the whole of lockdown. Bam, my weight. Oh, unbelievable.
Did you move around with him?
Oh, beat Sanshai, beat all the top names in Thai.
How hard work was that?
Nah, it was never, I was really surprised again. You get surprised. It's the same when I sparred Masvidal, same thing when you get there and you think, and you look at them, you think they're going to be nutters, mate. They're the most technical sparrers you'll ever meet. It was one of them where you have a deep breath and you think, if he wants to turn it up here, I'm in for a heavy, heavy night. But they don't. They're that experienced, mate. He's 160 fights in, 160 fights in.
That's a lot in it, that.
And when you spar him, it's all bum, bum. And I'm thinking, wow, but just to touch hands with living legends like these names. Some of the names I've been sparring out with Jan, Dom, Masvidal, like the list goes on, mate. And just to be able to get to move around with these sort of people from a lad from Witherton, mate. I'm telling you now.
What was the script in Tiger? Is the gym doing all right with everyone training over there, but you're only half of the gym picking up fights and stuff?
Nah, listen, I mean, my first time in Tiger was 2011, 2012. So, like, ever since then, they've had the same coaches, they've had the same structural back staff, and they're the core heart. The wrestling, the Hitman brothers, great wrestling teachers. Then you've got Woody, who does all the strength conditioning for Ty Smough and all them, and you got the boxing coach John Boy.
Explain to everyone how it works, because Tiger's obviously a big facility, half of it like outdoor as well, with just sort of like roofs on it, because it's fucking red, as I imagine, over in Thailand. And it's almost like they put on classes for intermediates, sort of, don't they? And then is it privates for elite fighters and stuff? So
basically how it works, it used to be a little shack in the middle of a road when I first went, where it was just very small, and now they've expanded and expanded and expanded. And you know, they've got 3 UFC champions right now in that gym, and what is the 6 UFC belts? So they're pretty much clearing up, and I know why. Honestly, you go there, mate, and it's like, you got the Dagestanis, they've got their section. You got the Brazilians, they've got theirs. You got the English and Europeans, and then it's everyone under one roof, just combining knowledge of martial arts from what they've learned and what they've grew up in.
So is there like a wrestling class, or is it just open
wrestling class with about 100 people in it? I'm not even joking.
Wow.
There's 100 people on the mat at some point.
What's the range of ability?
Unbelievable.
From fucking me to really good?
From Olympic champion sort of level to nothing. Oh, no, because they have beginners, intermediate and advanced wrestling. So, and each class is rammed. So if you want to turn up to Tiger and you've never done a day training in your life, you'll fit in. Right. If you want to turn up to Tiger and you're an Olympic champion, you'll fit in. That's why they've done so well.
Wow.
Brilliant stuff. And you look at even, you got Mohammed now coming through. All the young talent that people don't know about that they've got living there and sponsored. Insane. Love it.
That little fucker's fighting this weekend.
Oh, he's going to smash it, mate.
Are we even thinking he's losing? Is it even
how can
a possibility?
How can anyone foresee Mohammed even losing with his work ethic and with his performances?
So Mo's had 6 fighters pull out on him in the last week or so.
Mental.
I think the
Are you
geezer
surprised?
at Brave, no, but the geezer at Brave was saying the hardest thing he's ever had to do in fighting is booking a fight for Mokaev, which I kind of knew was the case, which is why he went down the IMAF type kind of route anyway, because it's tournaments, you're fighting me. There's no pulling out, you just...
That's true. I never thought about it like that, to be honest. You don't really have a choice at amateur with tournament format.
You're fighting. And he's going to get 2 or 3 fights, which he loves. So, that was a smart move for him, because if you look at his number of fights outside of that tournament format, ain't that many.
Well, how long ago did we have him on? A year?
Probably,
18 months. I just can't wait to get him on again. There's a lot of fighters, like I can name a few, that have gone from amateur to pro, and kind of like it's a totally different ball game. I can't wait to pick his brains on here and say how different is amateur to pro MMA, because it is different. You know, once he's had one, and then we can talk about it. So I'm excited to pick his brain about that.
What are you thinking the difference is going to be for him?
Not him. I don't think I think he'll adjust to anything. But I've seen a lot of fighters struggle with the transition. I've seen undefeated fighters go to lose 2 in a row, the first 2 pros, and I can't work that out because it's not very different at all.
Nowadays, I mean, back in the day, it would be like, I've won dust up amateur and then you fucking go, lad.
I was having elbows as amateur fights, mate. I'm not even joking. That's how it was. Elbows and that.
Oh, semi-pro.
Yeah, semi-pro. That's it.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm glad they've done away with that anyway.
I think the depth and the organisation at amateur MMA now is unfucking believable.
You can make a career out of being an amateur now.
Yeah, you could.
You can make those make a career.
As bad as that sounds,
isn't it?
And obviously, the move was always going to be for Mo to end up going pro, and I think he's done a good thing there, going Brave. Like, we had a conversation in Bahrain before Christmas, and I was saying, you've got 15 years. Don't go UFC tomorrow.
Yeah.
Basically, go and badge collect. Go get in Brave, clear it, take the belt, go to 1, clear it, take the belt. Go to Bellator, clear it, take the belt, go to UFC.
Do you know what I'm excited about for this fight, to be honest? I mean, he's had how many pullouts, but this kid's got a decent record. 11-5, you're no slouch. So I'm really excited to watch his fight, to be honest. And
the good lads from Northern Ireland as well, so Yeah, it is going to be interesting.
You know what I mean?
It's in Sweden.
Yeah.
It's in Sweden, isn't
Correct.
it? Yeah, I thought it was in Sweden.
Shout out to Brave as well, putting on 3 shows a week. Like, just a show out of nowhere, really. Brave, that's just like rolls up and giving everyone, really, like, keeping everyone active. That's, you know, especially like, I really respect what UFC did, and I really respect what Brave have done. They've come back and they've gone, right, we've got a roster this big that all need money, that all need fights. Let's go. Boom. And I respect it a lot, and I just hope that PFL will follow suit.
Yeah, waiting another year seems a bit
I can't, mate.
oversafe almost, doesn't it?
I can't wait another year. I can't. Look, I'm itching now. My leg's shaking.
Go free on money there if you
You know what? At the last half of last year, I fought 3 times in 6 months. And even that's, you know what I mean? I was buzzing with that.
Did you feel good on that?
Felt great. Bro, there's nothing better than being active. Being active, you know, there's no rust. You know, with a weight cut, your weight doesn't get too high in between fights. You know, you're in the mode, you're in the motion, you're active, your brain's ready to fight all year round. Whereas now, after 6-7 months off, you just kind of like, there's no motivation to train. You know what I mean? What's the motivation? I might not fight till next June. Yeah, and it's like, I'm getting up every day and I'm training 2-3 hours. And I'm like, for what? And it's annoying the life out of me. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes now, and hopefully we'll come to a good resolution soon.
Oh, I was going to talk to you about this off air, but fuck it, I'll do it on air. So we're looking at doing the different content that we're doing with the Stretford Paddock footy team. What we was going to do is we're going to get a couple of the players in, a couple of the fitter players, and we was going to put them through testing in pre-season.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, if you wanted to come down and see
1,000%.
what your... was going to speak to the Institute.
Listen,
speak to the Institute and get all the markers, say you, Cameron, Ronaldo, just see where these are all
put
at.
it this way, yeah? See this watch? It's probably the worst thing I ever bought. Shall I tell you why?
Heart rate.
No, because it tells you what everyone else is doing, how many calories they're doing, how many. And I'm
Why
like,
have you got that?
I've got Phil Davis on here. Shout out to Phil Davis. I've got a couple other people, mate. I'm going, oh, he's done that many calories today, has he? Now I'm on my bike. I've just rolled here. Trying to catch it. Honestly, mate, you do not. And then you can literally click on there and compete with this person.
Wow.
And once they compete with me,
What app's that?
it's called, well, it's just a watch. And then
There's
it's
obviously
got
an app
share
connected to
activity.
it. All right, okay.
Stephen, it's time.
I'm not fucking going toe to toe with you.
No,
you
no,
dickhead.
you don't have to, but at least I can go like that. What's Stephen done today? Yeah, and I know you're not lying.
Power wank.
No, they're good, mate. They're really good. They're probably the best bit of kit I've had in a long time, and it tells you exactly how many calories you've done. And with my nutritionist, we've always struggled with what's your output of a daily basis. You can't wear that.
What is your output?
Right now, yesterday was 1,670 calories. That was from training, and then just you walking around. So it's probably 2,000 calories. So it means, you know, when you're trying to build a nutritional plan, you can't just say, oh, you should eat
4,000 or 5,000 rather than 2,000 or 3,000.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just gauge it off, oh, how much are you training? Like, you might watch someone's training, you don't know how many calories they're burning, where the heart rate is. So I think it's a great tool for anybody that is really into the fitness. And I'd say for coaches that want to track the fighters, these nutter fighters that run around doing, like me when I was a kid, put one of them on the wrist and say, wear that for every session. Obviously,
What's
you can't
your
wear it
resting
wrestling.
heart rate at the minute?
Don't know. Don't know.
Did I tell you on there? Although you won't be fucking resting because you're getting...
You just give me this. Yeah, so
it's fucked it anyway, hasn't it? 152 resting.
it was 56 5 minutes ago. Yeah. With that, and my legs shaking like a nutter.
What do you reckon you've learned over in Thailand? Anything new? Polished anything? Things that you
Brilliant,
go,
yeah.
I've closed that gap maybe?
Yeah, 100%. I actually didn't think that I could get ragdolled. I didn't think it was possible. I thought that, but I did.
Off who?
The wrestling coach out there, Frank Hitman. Shout out to Frank.
How big?
We used to wrestle at 157.
Not that big then.
Yeah. So what happened was we got shut into lockdown, didn't we? And well, they shut the gym, and he was like, "I'm gonna set some mats up in my front garden. Do you want to just crack on with me?" I went, "Of course I do." And it was me and Fabio Pinco. Yeah, every day wrestling our asses off. Sometimes 20, 30-minute rounds, just going. And the first time I ever went wrestling, I got absolutely thrown around by like a child, and I thought, "Oh my god, it can actually."
Like the first time at the Y.
I thought it can actually happen. I didn't think it was possible. So now I know it can be. That's all I did. Wrestled my ass off every single day and took a lot away from that. Obviously, Fabio sparring, Jan sparring, all these guys, I took a lot away from it and got really close with the coaches over there. And I'm excited because the plan was to land there January and fly to US and back 5 times. That was the plan. That went out the window. But I thought, I'm here now anyway. Let's get what I can out of it. And I did. But it was time to come back, lay some foundations here. I need to lay foundations, mate. At the end of the day, I'm going to end up here at some point. I can't just... I come back and everything's changing. I was 6 months away. I've come back, landed. I'm like, it smells different. It does. Look at town now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've done 6 months away when I've done op tours and stuff like that to Afghanistan and Iraq. And
a little bit different.
Everything. Well, it isn't because, like, everything moved on. Everything's different. You know, people's numbers have changed. Yeah, it's really fucking... It takes a bit of adjusting to get back.
I'm ringing people, and they're like, hiya, mate. Answering the phone, sheepish, and they're like, oh, yeah, we was chilling together every day when I left, mate. Remember me? It changes. Everything changes. But this is the life I've lived since I was 18. I've been travelling the world and training.
Nomad.
I have.
Andy says, you not fancy trying MMA, Steve?
Does everybody know that Steve had an MMA fight? Are we all forgetting this?
Half of these lot don't know.
Me and Stephen Howson actually met through MMA, believe it or not for any of this. He came down to a gym that I was training at. He actually sponsored me. Let's bring that one up. He actually owned an MMA brand.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Tell us about your MMA brand and how we met.
We lost so much cash.
You sponsored Jimmy Manoa?
Yeah, we had some sick ones. My dad demolished his garage the other day.
You found all the T-shirts?
We found a lot of the Jimmy stuff in there. Just binned it all. But yeah, so we cracked about 2009, 2010, something like that. Just one of my mates just had an idea. Thought, yeah, we'll crack on. Knew loads of MMA fighters. Was training a little bit myself. Thought, fucking speak to a couple of... If you look at... I can't remember everyone we had on it, but we had a fucking right roster. I think Dave Hill we had.
Dave Hill, great fighter back in the day.
Maybe Ash Grimshaw, maybe. I had some fucking bangers that did all right. Obviously you. Yeah. Jimmy Manoa, he was all right. And then we had you just fucking gambled hard.
Bellator Gero.
Gambled
I even remember the name.
On a big order from who was making it?
China or something.
Yeah, and they just never delivered it.
Joking.
No.
Oh, and took the money.
Mm-hmm. They delivered some of it, and it was wank. Like, when you do screen printing, none of that screen printing, it's all vinyl in it. When you do screen printing,
is it all just pulling off?
It was like centimetre deep on it, like they just fucking used paste or something. It was lost a load of dough. Cost me a lot of money, that 5 figures. Took a long time to get over that.
Wow. Well, that's the first time I've actually spoken about it since.
Yeah, took a long fucking time.
But that's how me and Stephen met. And for all of you that don't know, Stephen's had an MMA fight.
Used to train with you and a White Flash.
The White Flash. Shout out to the White Flash. What a fella. Still training with him. I was sparring with him yesterday, actually, or the day before.
Is he PT now?
Yeah. In a great place.
Fuck being a PT client of his.
I know. How good was that, dude?
Well, I remember doing like freeway spars, and people are going to be like, what, you and that guy that's on PFL on the telly? Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we did. It was all like...
Basically, it was them two beating me up.
You just basically turn up and whoever's there that day is getting it, or you're getting it. And that was how I learned, really. I just got levered for years. And then just thought, all right, I can actually give it back. Every time someone new would come in the gym, I'd get to level out.
What it does to you, though, is you realise that it don't even hurt.
It actually doesn't.
No, it don't even
I've been in fights now.
It's frustrating.
And I'm telling you now, Danny Rams was a lot worse than these fights. The
hardest thing about it is, I mean, I'm talking, I was fucking 12 stone, so it was a long time ago. It was a long way ago. Because I was fighting at welterweight. I fought at 170. I'm about 268 at the minute, so that was a long fucking time ago.
Wow. Nearly double.
Yeah.
£100 over.
£100 over, yeah.
Come
I reckon 205, 210. I'll be.
What happened to our bet and all that? And I'm going to do this.
A guy at a bat. That's what happened.
Yeah, true.
There's other factors. A main one was the addiction to Red Bull, which...
Right, well, listen, we're sat back here again now. I'm not letting you get away with it, mate. I can't. We made it on air deal.
Well, we've got a little fucking group. There's like 4 of us now. Go to the gym before work in the morning.
Right.
We're having it.
You're going to get one of these so I can track
I've got mine. Where is mine? No, mine's at home, actually, but I've got an Apple Watch.
Perfect. So I can literally...
I was going to go this morning, but I chinned it off because...
Yeah, but you can't get away with it on these.
Until 10.
You're accountable.
Yeah.
And that's what really makes a difference is being accountable. Honest to God, like, if I didn't have this on, well, I was going to train anyway, I'm a nutter. But if one of my fighters, I'd put that on and I'd go, let me see what you're really doing. And you'd be surprised how many people lie about what they are or what they're not doing.
How are you tracking for sparring in that, though?
It fits under the thing, you know.
Oh, you
I
keep
rap
it on?
over it. Yeah, I do. I probably shouldn't.
No, I don't think
And
you
I
should.
probably think there's a better way. But for
See,
now,
I'm amazed Apple haven't thought of that yet, because so many people use Apple for fitness stuff that you would assume they'd come up with something a bit slimmer, a bit easier to fit in somewhere. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, 100%. But as it stands now,
You couldn't do jits with it on, could you?
Nah, I've not been doing that recently. I've not been wrestling, or I've not been striking at the minute, like sparring striking, really. So, but I did the other day, and I wrapped over it, and I really didn't find it. But if I was really going for it, and I was sparring hard, you probably and you could.
But you're gonna be catching it on it as well, aren't you? If you're blocking.
No, the only thing is the gloves that I wear, they come to about here, so I wrap, and it kind of gets lost in the glove. But it's not. It's not.
You don't want to get punched on.
I know, and break it. I know. So, Nike, if you're watching, we need a sparring version.
There's a chest band you can get for your Fitbit, says Gavin. I know you've got one. I've got one of the polar ones.
Same problem though when you're wrestling and grappling. Are you really going to find anything that's going to work for stuff?
I think you can. I think you
where would it go? Up your ass? Where would it go, mate?
I wonder if it's like a sticker almost.
That would come off full on wrestling.
Yeah, get welted
Sweat and.
Like,
I think the best thing would be an ankle.
A rash guard with the thingy built into it. You've got to be able to make that nowadays.
Pair of socks with like the thing in, but even that way sparring probably not. I don't know. There's something out there.
A
there
cup,
must be.
so it's getting your heartbeat from your spuds.
Not a bad idea.
See, it's creepy, but it might work.
Put this on your balls and let's see how much you sweat.
Yeah, who's Apple? Get at me. We'll call it the ball tracker. Rugby players have a little device in their jerseys. No way, didn't know that. Have you seen that corner thing? It's a boxing one. So you put one in each of your wraps. It's a tiny little.
Do you know PFL put one in my glove for the fight?
For the smart ring.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it tracks your punches and the speed of them.
How mad is it?
That's how it got the speed. Because I was like, how's it getting the speed of his punches?
Yeah. So they come in, you wrap your hands, and they come in with this little chip. It's about that big, and then before they put your gloves on, they put it in the glove, and then they sellotape the glove up and proper tape it in there, and then it tells you how fast your punch was, how fast your kicks were. I don't know how it's doing your kicks. Yeah. I think that was a good addition what PFL did, to be honest. It was something.
It was different.
Yeah.
Distracting though.
What about the ref cams? I thought that was a great addition.
Yeah, I
liked it.
I like
so you can actually see what the ref's seeing. So when there's been a lot of scrutiny over the refs this weekend.
You see Dan Hardy and Herb going for
This is what I'm saying. So if you actually see what Herb's seen, it might be a different story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because
he was seeing his house with Dan shouting "Stop the fight," didn't he?
It's a really hard job, mate. It's the hardest job in the world. It really is being a ref.
You've seen the knockdown, though. You understand where Dan's coming from.
Yeah, definitely.
It was over.
It was over, mate.
It was over.
But his argument was he still had his arm up. He was still trying to guide his leg up. But I think that was just
I think that's
natural intuition.
Yeah, I don't think he was conscious.
I don't.
He was out.
It's a big shot, wasn't it?
He stands over him, looking at him like, "Do you really want me with this dude?" Princey has said, "How different does Brendan feel American-style wrestling is to Dagestan wrestling in your experience?"
Great question.
Who do you train with Daggy style? Obviously, Mock.
No, there was loads of them at Thailand. In Thailand.
Oh, was there?
I was wrestling with
just all mad beards with no mustache.
Loads of them. They're just savages, mate. They're just a different breed of human. But the Americans are up there. Both great. Both. I can't really tell you the difference in the style, but they're both just great wrestlers, and they grew up through wrestling. That's all they've known through college, through high school. That's all they've done, and same with the Dagestanis. So, I mean, look at the Olympics. You get the Russians winning one. You get the
Iranians are big.
The Americans, and it's a big toss up between them anyway. So
it's not like America clears it out, is it?
They're definitely different styles, though. I feel like the Americans are more shoot, a lot fitter.
A lot more explosive.
Yeah.
Like, have you? I'm sure you have. Have you watched just pure freestyle wrestling? It's so fucking fast and explosive, innit? It's mad. Like it almost looks like something unrelated to martial arts.
Wrestling
it's just this weird thing.
Is by far the hardest sport in the world, bar none. I really do believe that, honestly. Because, put it this way, I could have a boxing spar or a boxing drill or anything with you, and realistically, if I go 100%, I'm going to lose my brain, aren't I? If you spar 100% every day, wrestling, you spar 100% every day. And if you've ever been wrestling, which you have, and that sinking feeling when somebody's got hold of your waist and they got hold of your arm and your arm's trapped and you're in a pretzel and you can't breathe. There's nothing like that feeling.
There's that point in it where you fucking face down on the mat getting mushed.
There you go.
And you go, I can't get out of this.
And how about at Olympic level, like the Henrys and all them? They've lived that day in, day out. They know how to
20 years.
Yeah. Miserable. Totally miserable. Cutting weight all year round. They know how to, they can suffer. They can suffer a lot more than most humans.
That's what I don't think people understand. When someone's being held on the floor like that, you might find it boring when you watch it. But the guy that's on the bottom, he's doing everything that he can.
In his physical power.
And to you, it looks like he's lying there and he's not doing anything. He's doing everything he can, but the guy that's on top is just so much fucking
Let me give you a prime example. How good did Dustin Poirier look in his last fight? How good did he look against Holloway? Put him against Khabib. He was begging for mercy.
Yeah.
And he's a tough human being.
And people that wrestle say Khabib, he's not even all that as a pure wrestler.
It is the feeling. I can't imagine getting thrown in the sea and running out of oxygen, and you're in the middle of the sea. There's nowhere to go, and you're just paddling, and you think, wow, that's literally how it feels when a good wrestler's on you, and you're just waiting for the timer to end. And sometimes it don't end, and then I'd strikes in. Oh,
you go with our old mate Ian, and not only is he doing that, he's bending things on you.
Yeah,
and he's making things go crack.
List across here.
Oh yeah, and he'd be like post up on an elbow in your fucking windpipe, and you're just like.
That's why I really do believe wrestlers are a totally different breed of human being.
Oh, they're not roofed in right.
And they've seen things and been through things that most people could never imagine. Most people couldn't live half a day in their life. Put it that way.
Interesting one, because I don't know the answer to that. Who's a better wrestler, Till or McGregor?
That's random. I don't know, mate. I'm not dreaming them, but they both got fantastic anti-wrestling. Let's put it that way. Don't know what their offensive wrestling's like.
I beat Brendan with my pinky finger, says Jason.
Go on, the fella. Bring it on.
Oh yeah, the little device in the one that goes in the back. That's a GPS tracker. I don't think that does heart rate. Or some of them do. Some of them do. Is he worried about his new teeth getting knocked out like Anthony Smith and having to pay a wedge to get them fixed?
Wow, good question.
You had your teeth done?
Look how good they look, mate. I've changed, you know. I've gone from a steady 6.5 to an 8.
In the right light.
Oh, no, but yeah, I am. I've not fought with them yet, but I've sparred extremely hard to test them out. So far, so good, but I am thinking, wow, good elbow on them, mate. But I've got warranty. I got warranty, by the way.
There's some fucking right questions coming in here in a minute.
Bang them out, lad.
I'll let you read that one. Read the last one.
Where are we up to the last one? Cousin Sides, very good. He's a great defender. Oh.
That one.
Will I say that on air?
If you want to answer that on air.
Go on, ask me the question.
Do you wank before a fight to build up, or do you build up testosterone?
My mum's probably watching this. No, so I try to go 4 weeks. Sometimes it doesn't pay off, but I try to get 4 weeks. Do you know what? This is an age-old question. Does it actually make a difference? Personally, no. Other people say yes.
Tyson liked it in his dressing room before the fight.
Nah, that's daft. That's taking the piss, isn't it? Do you reckon he'll do it in his latest one?
His fucking head in there.
Do you reckon he'll do it in his latest one?
Why is he fighting?
What? No. What do you think of this question? I want to ask you.
What do I think he does now?
No. Do you think it makes a difference, like having sex before fights and stuff like that?
No, I don't think so.
It's actually been scientifically proven that the testosterone comes back in 24 hours
Is it?
to the normal level.
No.
But it's you know what it is for me? I'll tell you what it is. When I go into camp 6 weeks, I like to just get rid of every distraction on
Monk
earth.
mode.
Everything. Women, alcohol, anything at all that's going to take me away from where I should be in this fight, I won't do it. Purely for the fact of I want to practice self-discipline. I want to show that for 6 weeks I can give up anything and do anything, and I do. You know what I mean? And it's a great practice for yourself to go into the fight when the door closes to know I've done everything in my ability. You say you want to have a drink 3 weeks in, you're not really doing everything you can, and that'll play on your mind in the fight. Even if you did, the drink won't affect you. It won't affect nothing, but it will in your mind, and you'll know you've cut a corner.
Yeah. Afterwards, you want to be able to self-analyze afterwards and go, where did that go wrong, or where did that go right? And you want to be able to have an honest conversation
with yourself.
You don't want to be able to like. I didn't make it playing rugby. At 21, I was in an academy and I didn't get a professional contract. But I have no regrets because I didn't drink. I trained like a motherfucker.
Brilliant.
And I know, all right, ability-wise, I just didn't make it. But I give it a good shot. Like, I'm not sitting here going, if I just hadn't drank, Bren, nah, I'd go out and have orange. Or if I trained harder, I'd fucking trained hard. I know I did everything I could, and it just wasn't going to happen.
This is exactly where I'm at in my head now, and I'm just thinking I want no regrets, but I'm also the time's ticking and thinking you can't take 18 months away from me now when I'm on this savage mode. I'm a savage right now.
Well, you're going to peak and trough, aren't you?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And this is when I've hit my peak, and this is when I wanted to show the world at my peak. So that argument that we're having now is where I'm at. I am sacrificing everything, but for what? And like, there's only so long you can do that before you go mental, and it's the truth. So that's why I'm so stressed about it, to be honest.
We're not going to get an answer anytime soon, I guess, are we?
We will.
Oh, you on that?
Yeah, we're in talks.
IL says, my dad's got a tracking device on his leg, but that's just in case he escapes jail again.
That was a belter.
Do you prefer 2 or 3 hard sessions a week or 7 light training sessions?
A
week? You do it in a day?
2 to 3 a day, yeah. But coaches and other fighters out there have actually noticed that I'm going too hard. I am. Even when I've not got a fight, I'm going mental. So I've had to really pull the reins in a bit and just put it down to 1 session and load a bike ride in a day.
I think.
Go on.
Boxing or boxers as almost like as a culture focus too much on fucking running and not enough on fighting. And I think MMA, because there's so fucking many tools that you need, generally focus too much on drilling and possibly not enough on running. And I think finding the balance between both, like look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson would do his runs, but Mike Tyson would focus very much on technical aspects of fighting, and that's why he was a fucking killer and the greatest, most savage animal that ever stepped into a ring or a cage. Like, it was like watching an execution when you go and watch a Mike Tyson fight. At least while Cuss was alive. Yep. And then I think that too many boxers focus on I've got to be fit for 12 rounds. So they train like marathon runners. But if you trained like Tyson, you might be able to get people out there in 2 or 3 like Tyson does.
Not everyone's the same, though.
Well, that's it. There's probably 2 humans in the world built like Tyson.
You've got athletes, you've got fighters, you've got many different types of actual fighters. And the ones that are athletically based, the GSPs and things like that, they will focus more on that because they don't like fighting. They're doing it because they've been pushed into this sport and they're competitive. And
they're getting technical wins rather than brawls.
It's a totally different. They're a totally different type of athlete, and that's what you're seeing now. And everybody trains different. I have seen every walk. So let me give you an example. Dominic Cruz will train different to Jeremy Stevens because they're 2 totally different type of fighters. Although they're doing the same sessions, one is going to go in like an absolute savage and try and take your head off with every punch, and one's going to try and outclass you. One's going to try and outclass you. And there's loads of different types of fighters in the world, and every one of them trains different according to their style. And they have to, because one couldn't train like the other. And
that's where a good coach comes in, to know that you need to do this, but he needs to do that. And obviously, what you're looking for in a victory, I think Chael's mentioned this a few times, like if you go for the knockout, you ain't getting the decision.
Yeah.
And if you go for the decision, you ain't getting a knockout unless you get very, very lucky.
Yeah, good point.
So you have to go in with, your strategy is going to be, I'm looking to do X or I'm looking to do Y.
Exactly. Good point.
I think it's a great point, yeah. I think
there's another one that I heard. If you try and finish the fight and don't, there's a 99% chance you're going to lose.
Or you get away with it if you're in a 5-rounder and you can take a round off and cruise and get your fucking heart rate down.
I've seen so many times where they're on top of him, they're letting go. The guy's surviving, they're looking at the ref. They're looking at the ref in desperation for them. Because they know their gas tank's going down. And they know if this guy survives this, I got nothing left. And they're like, ref. And then the guy will move, and then it's like, right, that fight's done. You've emptied the gas tank.
Shane Cowan and Brock.
There's loads, mate.
When Brock starts the next round, he's just nodding at him like, oh, you're done. You're fucking toast.
The list is endless of people that have done
that. Mitch is saying, what is your recovery process?
Well, it was just a Brendan Loughnane podcast today. Or what? Recovery. Good point. I mean, I do ice baths, I do saunas, I do steams, I do massages, I try and stretch every night at least 30 minutes. I mean, there is no real recovery that's proven that'll 100% recover you, because it won't, the amount of training we're doing. Do you know what I mean?
You do cryo over here in England?
I have done, yeah.
There's cryograph in Manchester?
Yeah, there is Aesthetics, and also there's one, I forget his name. But yeah, there's 2 places that I go. They're last resort though. There, I've really swollen up my hand or my leg, and then I really need to get the swelling down
and it
immediately.
works.
It does work, yeah. Gets the inflammation. I like targeted cryo though. I don't like standing in the machine. I just don't think it's too broad. Like if you get, say like I bruise my hand up and it comes this big, and I get the gun on it, the swelling's going to go down. Whereas if I go in the machine, it's not going to go down, because it's focusing on your body and it's taking inflammation out of your body. So I believe in focused cryo and using it when something's actually hurt. Not just going for recovery. But that's just me. A lot of people have varied opinions on it, but I've done it quite a lot.
There's some weird proteins that you get from it as well, like cold shock proteins or something, which supposed to really help with recovery when you do them on a regular basis.
Joe Rogan talks a lot about it, yeah. But ice bath's the same thing.
Yeah, it is the same thing.
Horrible.
Minging though.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I've done it as a laugh, not as a fucking recovery tool. I did it like me.
I'm actually cold now thinking about it.
I did 5 minutes in one. Just because people was like, how long do you reckon you could do? And I was like, well, I'll sit in here longer than any of you.
Did you say? Oh yeah, it gets like that. It gets like that.
My entire lower half went numb, and I got like shaky and all sorts. So I think I got hypothermia.
Did you say you're going to do testing at MIP?
We're going to try and do testing at MIP, yeah.
Because I've used theirs quite a lot. Theirs is brilliant. They've got 2 pools, one next to it. One's hot, one's cold, and literally you have a guy there with a timer. I think it's 3 in, 3 out, so you do 3 in each and 5 times. So when I'm in mid-camp and I'm doing my track work and my sprints and things like that, it works great, because you've got the hot, the cold, you've got a guy timing it, and it's actually structured that this is proven that this will do something, rather than...
It's great, isn't it, the MIP? Tell people what MIP's about.
Manchester Institute of Health and Performance in Manchester. It was built for the City Academy, I believe.
I think they had to build it as part of
what it was?
Getting the land.
And what an absolutely phenomenal facility. I've gone over there, I've done my CO2 max testing, I've gone over there, used all the recovery stuff.
So who can use it?
Not sure. I'm not sure if you can pay to use that stuff. I'm not sure if it's invite only, if it's athletes. I'll double check for you, because now that I'm back, I will be using that place. Fantastic staff. They even have a 3D football pitch with cameras everywhere that can tell you what boots you should be wearing, how much pressure you're putting down on the floor while you're running. It's literally that advanced. It's one of the most... I heard that the UFC Performance Institute was built on that, on the back of that. That's what they told me over there. So, phenomenal place. They've got all the DEXA scans. I don't know what a DEXA scan is. It's the most...
It's your body fat thing, isn't it?
Nah. It's the most intricate scan you can have on your body. It'll tell you how dense your bones are.
Oh, is this the one where it's like, oh, you've got 200 grams extra quad muscle on your right leg versus your left and stuff?
Seriously, mate.
I'd love to do that and be like, mate, you're just fucked.
It's the most comprehensive. Yeah, it's brilliant. Get over there, mate. I can't wait to go back now that I'm back. Another place I forgot to mention was Revive in Manchester. That's great for recovery. They do all your drips, B12 shots, vitamin C shots. Do they do anything? I don't know. But I do it anyway for placebo.
B12 definitely fucking
do you
does
think?
something. Yeah, definitely. B12 definitely does stuff.
Allegedly.
No, definitely. B12 is one of those weird ones that definitely fucking does something to you. I don't know what it does, but it definitely fucking perks people up when they have it. Don't they have a hangover one as well?
Yeah, they do. But, you know what they did to me as well before I left? They did a genetic one. That is phenomenal. I'll tell you what they're doing now. They take a swab out your mouth, they take it off to the lab, and they give you a 250-page book about your body. What you can do, what you can't do, what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat.
Wow.
And then you get a doctor's consultation immediately after it. And they say, right, looking at your book, you should be eating this, you shouldn't be doing that. Mate, some of them even say alcohol's good for you. In some of them, like, it's insane. And anyone that's really serious about fitness, I can't remember the exact price, I don't want to be quoted on it, but if you're really serious...
About £1 million.
It's not, I think it's maybe 2,000, maybe 1,500, something around that. But to have this consultation with a doctor and tell them exactly about your body... If you're serious about your health.
Did you change anything after seeing that?
No. I should. No. Listen, only because I left straight after it and I didn't follow it up as much as I should. But now I'm back. I will be following it all
up. Formula fan says, I've been given B12 medication the last month. I have so much energy now. Alexander Green says, Brendan, do you know Mohammed Mokhayev?
I think so, mate. Yeah. Good lad. Good luck this weekend.
Yes, we do. What do you think of Kamar Usman? I love Kamar. I told everyone he was going to win. How many calories are you eating a day?
I've always been bad at tracking calories. I should really, like, my nutritionist.
I've done this week.
How?
Because I've been fucking tracking it.
I should do, really. But my nutritionist is on me hard to start tracking calories, but I just, if I like it, I'll eat it. It's like, I don't want to write in my phone what I'm eating every 2 minutes. I don't know why. I'm against it.
So, Monday, 16:35. Tuesday, 14:24. Yesterday, 16:82. I'm actually supposed to be eating a bit more. About 2,300 I'm supposed to be doing.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, that's probably the next level I have to go to now, to be honest. But right now, I don't track. Stick
with me, son. I'll get you fit.
Yeah. So when are we going MIP?
Well, I'll have a chat
you spoke to him?
No. We've got sports science with a footy team, and we want to do some of the content we're going to do with a footy team is we're going to do some like how-to videos, and it's going to be how to get fit for pre-season, how to get more flexible, how to get faster, stuff like that. But at the start of pre-season, we want to go and do some testing. So we was going to go and speak to MIP to see if they'll let us test it. And one of the ideas we had was get like you, Ronaldo, and Cam, like two of our players, and you.
I was thinking
see where they're fit. One of our players called Ronaldo.
I was like, all right, you're bringing Ronaldo in, are you?
No, one of our lads. He works here. He's called Ronaldo.
Right, okay, got it.
Ronaldo Brown is called.
Good.
Yeah, played at Liverpool.
Fit?
Yeah, I reckon probably is. I don't think he's back to what he was when he was at Liverpool, but yeah, fucking quick.
Yeah?
Fucking hell,
Good, I look forward to it.
So...
No, definitely. I'm due to go back there anyway.
I think it's good content. So, good content seeing where they're at, and then seeing with some fucking maniac who trains fucking how many hours a day with you. One, to see how far off they are, and maybe to see if, like, because of the different sports, are they better in something than you?
Of course they will be.
Yeah,
1,000%. Theirs is all running based, really, isn't it? Mine's not. So, I mean, if I can keep up with them running, and they can keep up with me in the strength aspect, then we're both doing something right, aren't we?
It's just interesting, isn't it, to see
where
everyone stacks up with each other. So, yeah, I want to get that done, hopefully in the next month
or
or
so. Yeah, we'll do, could even maybe get an episode on that and, people in there and even just to show you around the MIP facility.
Yeah.
What a fantastic, I can't wait to get back there. I can't wait, honestly. Like, if you're serious about your training, I'm sure you can pay to go in there. I'm sure you can. You can definitely pay to use the recovery, but I'm not sure about the other bits. But
I think Dean had mentioned that you can go in there for free if you're an elite level athlete or you're in an England squad of some sort.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure there's a paid option to just fucking get in there.
Yeah. No,
so
definitely.
We'll have a look at that because I think it's a great episode. I think it'd be really interesting for everyone that's watching.
I agree.
On the football and on the MMA side of stuff.
And we'll do 10, 15 tests and see where the football is at and where the MMA fighter's at. Maybe get a boxer in as well. I could get a boxer in.
There's plenty around here.
Yeah, and that's like, yeah.
Plenty around here.
We'll do our own sort of like, we'll do our own testing and see who varies where. Because there will be massive differences.
And then go and all eat Chinese and I'll fucking destroy you.
And if we want, we can throw a bit of dough down. I like a bit of betting. If we want to throw a bit of dough down to see who's where. You know what I mean?
Cam, do you fancy that? The enthusiasm in that there, then. Fuck me. Right, we'll see if there's any more questions and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. What do you think of the shirt, by the way?
I like it, mate.
Do you like it? Isn't it sick?
Yeah. Well, gold and black. Looks a bit familiar, that, doesn't it?
Do you know who they are?
No.
You never heard of them?
No.
You not heard of Buddy Ram United?
No. Call me old-fashioned.
Buddy Ram.
Where was I?
They're the main team in Thailand, by the way, and they're fantastic.
Did you go and watch any out there?
Nah. It was all shut down, wasn't it?
Are you a United or City fan? Come on, son.
Do you think I'd be like a sitting here if I was a City fan?
Mark Cave's doing me head in.
Why?
Because he supports United and City, he says.
Yeah? Trying to get both fans in here. Fair play to him. Market employ.
Wait, he says Manchester's the fucking city that he calls home.
There we go.
He's not fucking splitting either side.
Well, wow.
So I just go, fuck off.
Make your mind up.
It's not how you do it.
Yeah, not around there.
Yeah, you got to pick one. Shut up. Who wins out of Khabib and GSP?
Don't know why that's even being brought up.
Yeah.
I hope that don't happen.
Someone says favourite after a fight. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, that'll do us, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, it's great to be back. It's great to be in the hot seat with just D.
How's Cejudo you supporting in Thailand doing?
Oh. Listen, that was a whole other subject. That I don't know what I can't say about that either. Yeah, literally. Let's just say the animals are fed, and everything that was done out the goodness of our heart.
Did you kill a guy and feed him to a tiger?
No. But listen, everyone's help over there went a very, very, very long way.
All right, wicked. Righty then. Maybe same time next week.
No, it definitely will be. I'm back 6 month minimum, and I'm in the mix. Let us know if you want anyone in particular on. I've got.
Well, next week we're gonna try and get Mo on.
Yeah. Talk about
once he's 1-0.
Yeah, and then anyone else, put them in the comments or whatever, and then we'll start reaching out to them.
Yeah, anyone from anything in Manchester.
Not even have to be Manchester. Any fighters from around the UK that you're particularly interested in, I can reach out to. Let us know, and anyone you're interested in.
Aye, let's fucking do it. Right, I'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.
Top one, mate.